My name is Christian Lawrence Trejo. I work for a crime scene cleanup company. During the interview process, we talked a bit, and I had a buttload of questions that I was trying to ask him because this was like something that I was super interested in trying to take a job. He was just telling me about the job, he's like, so this is what we're gonna, this is what you're gonna see, this is, how it's gonna happen. We do a lot of this, so he was telling me, he's like, we do a lot of mold jobs. We do hoarding, we do gross stuff, we do bio, we do everything, is this stuff that you're comfortable with seeing. And I was like, yeah, this stuff doesn't bother me. So I've been really desensitized to a lot of this stuff, so it doesn't really bother me. But after, we talked, and I was asking him questions, about when am I expect to see this, here, and he talked about, some of the things that he'll find. He said he did one job. It was a shotgun suicide, and he said that when they were cleaning up the room, is that he removed a piece of clothing and the eyeball was right there, staring back at him, the full intact piece of the eyeball, eyelids, everything. And he was like, "Is that stuff you're okay seeing?" And I was just like, "I'm ready to see it now. I want to start as soon as possible." So the biggest thing that grosses me out in these jobs, and it's actually really funny, it's wet hair. We were at a cleanup house. It was a hoarder house that we cleaned up, and the trash was actually to the ceiling. It was all the way to the ceiling, and they were living in it still. They lived in it for 3 years. It was a family of 3. And I remember spraying the, degreaser down and then scrubbing the fucking shower down, and the hair was wet, and I remember grabbing it with, my gloves, picked it up, and, and I put it down, and I was like, no. I was like, that's fucking gross. And my boss walks in, he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, this hair is gross. He's like, that's what grosses you out? He's like, wet hair. All the other shit you've cleaned up, and this is what grosses you out. He's like, that's fucking funny. He's like, well, go ahead and clean it up. So I'm over here in the shower, just fucking grossed out. We joke around when we're on these jobs because it's a dark setting, and he left the closet door open, so there's brain matter all in the closet, and it was a little frustrating because closets are complicated to clean. The motherfucker killed himself. He couldn't at least have the decency to close the closet door. Okay, a guy died in here, we're making fun of him, Not really making fun of. It was more just trying to make it, humoring each other because it's dark. And leaving that job is just kind of like, fuck. I went home and I hugged my girlfriend and kind of had a little bit more of an appreciation for life. It was weird looking at people just minding their own business and enjoying their day, and I'm just like, they have no idea what the fuck happened in this house. Oh yeah, this is definitely a career. My coworkers are family. I'm going to stick around with this job. I really do love this job. It's the film stuff is, it's a passion. I love doing that. I love stories, making stories. That's what I love doing. But as a career, this is my career. I love my job,